Good morning, everyone. My name is Derek Davis. I'm the Chief of Police of the Sarnia Police Service. I'm here today to address some of the questions that we've received from the public regarding drug possession enforcement in our city. I don't think it's unusual for people to see and ask questions about why we're seeing more open drug use, why some of those complaints continue to come in, and often what comes up is why aren't the police doing something about this? So I want to explain directly an answer to that question. This is not a commentary on the merits of harm reduction, legalization, anything like that. I just want to speak specifically to the drug possession charge and what's changed in terms of how that is being policed. These are some of the images we see across our social media in our city. It's not, again, not unfamiliar. People are aware of this. And the question does come up, why are the police not charging drug users? Are the police ignoring this type of activity? If we take a look at what the Sarnia Police does in terms of our charging behavior, like how often do we lay charges, this is a historical chart that shows since 2016, you saw a significant increase in total number of charges, increase in 2021, an increase in 2022, and then 2023 carried on with that. And so far this year, because we're only partway through the year, we've already reached in July of 2024 what we are charging levels of 2016 through 2020, essentially. So we're on course to be at one of the highest enforcement years we've ever had, and there is no hesitation to lay charges in the appropriate circumstances. We're seeing as well, we are pursuing drug trafficking charges. This is some of the year-to-date, so this is January 1 to July 5th, 2024 at the Sarnia Police Service. Our charges for trafficking have increased significantly percentage-wise. Both in opioids, cocaine, methamphetamines are stable, but there's a lot of charges. We have a drug team that's out there doing this type of work, and so far in July, that's a lot of significant drug trafficking cases and court preparation and investment in time and investigation that's gone into drug trafficking. The question really becomes is this one: when we're charging the same rates we have in the past, if not more, and we're going after drug traffickers, why is drug possession on a steep decline? This is our drug possession charges for Schedule 1, which are serious drugs, methamphetamine, cocaine, opioids. Why has there been such a precipitous drop in charging behavior by police? Well, this is why. On August 17, 2020, this was officially published, but this was talked about long before that. The federal government decided that prosecution of drug possession charges were to be only in certain circumstances within the courts. So the prosecution of these types of charges has undergone some significant constraints as issued by the Public Prosecution Service of Canada. So these are federal prosecutors that prosecute drug charges, and they have a directive here that's available. If you type in the link above, you can read it for yourself, but it basically says that there is charges are not to be pursued unless certain criteria are met, and what it's resulted in is a significant change in the court support of these types of charges. Essentially, they've been told to avoid drug possession charges whenever possible and clear that type of charge from the court, which is a decision made by our political leadership. And as a police service, our job is to follow the law, enforce the law as it exists, respecting court decisions and respecting that the independence of prosecution in the courts from the police services. What that has done in terms of our charging of simple possession, not trafficking, but simple possession, is you've seen this significant drop-off because these charges are no longer prosecuted to the extent they were. And this is the conviction rates that you've seen in terms of simple possession charges. So since 2018, when this conversation was ongoing, you saw the convictions for simple drug possession drop from 70% down to basically zero in 2021 through to 2024. And that's unchanged. And we're talking possession of some hard drugs here. So this is in terms of when we as police are investing our resources, when we're trying to do the things that we do, we have to work within these types of constraints. And the simple fact is that possession of drugs is not a charge that is overtly supported in terms of the courts and prosecution, because of the direction that they have been provided. And what it really means is we need to put our resources in places where we can have an impact sometimes. So the drug possession charge, standalone charge, has dropped off significantly in the past few years. I hope that helps explain some of the challenges we face as police. It's certainly not a matter of, what we do or don't want to do or what we like and don't like. We have to follow the laws as they're prescribed. And this is one of those cases, drug possession, that has been challenging for us, but we will continue to work with our leaders and continue to advocate where we need to advocate and work within the constraints we've been given. Thank you.